There was a time when every morning felt like a battle I was already losing. The alarm would ring, and I'd hit snooze, not once, but again and again, hoping that another few minutes of sleep could fix the emptiness I felt. But deep down, I knew the truth: it wasn't my body that was tired. It was my spirit. I was tired of waking up to the same chaos, the same rushing, the same feeling that life was slipping away before I even had a chance to take control. Every morning began with noise, notifications, emails, distractions, and before I even looked up, half the day was gone. I wasn't living, I was reacting. And that's when I realized something simple but profound: if I could win my morning, I could win my day, and if I could win my days, I could change my life. We often underestimate the first hour after we wake up. We treat it like a blur, a transition from dreaming to surviving. But the first hour is sacred. It's the architect of our mindset, the foundation of our energy, the quiet moment where we decide who we're going to be today. For most of us, that hour is spent in autopilot, scrolling through social media, worrying about what went wrong yesterday, or planning out every problem that might happen today. That's the leak. That's where our energy escapes before the day even begins. I was guilty of it too. I used to open my phone before I opened my mind. But one day, I decided to change just that. No big, impossible promises, just one change: I'd protect the first hour of my morning as if my life depended on it. Because it does. The first thing I did was create a ritual. I stopped letting the world speak to me before I spoke to myself. No phone. No news. Just silence, breath, and awareness. I started my mornings with gratitude: 3 things, simple or small, that reminded me my life wasn't as dark as my thoughts made it seem. Then, I moved, just 10 minutes. I didn't go to the gym or run marathons. I simply told my body, wake up. You're alive. After that, I wrote 1 page, sometimes messy, sometimes clear, about what I wanted to feel that day, what I wanted to give, and what I wanted to stop running from. And slowly, something incredible began to happen. My mornings stopped controlling me. I began controlling them. My days no longer felt like survival, they felt like creation. We don't realize how much of our life is shaped by what we do when the world is still quiet. The mind, right after waking, is like wet clay: it takes the shape of whatever you press into it. If you fill it with fear, comparison, and noise, your day will follow that pattern. But if you fill it with intention, peace, and clarity, you start living with purpose instead of panic. That's the real mindset shift. You're not a fixed person who's bad at mornings. You're a being of rhythm and energy. You just have to tune the instrument right. The way we begin the day is the way we begin our lives, over and over again. And here's the truth I learned the hard way: discipline isn't about restriction, it's about liberation. Waking up early, moving your body, meditating, writing, it's not about being perfect or productive. It's about showing up for yourself before the world demands you to show up for everything else. It's the quiet rebellion of saying, my peace matters. My focus matters. My life matters. When you start your morning with purpose, you stop chasing meaning, you start creating it. That's the bridge between who you are and who you want to become. There will be days you fail. Days you wake up tired, late, or lost. Don't let those days define you. Instead, use them. Reflect. Ask yourself, what stole my energy? What can I protect tomorrow? That's how resilience is built, not in perfection, but in the willingness to begin again. Each sunrise is an invitation to rebuild the story. Gratitude sharpens that awareness. It reminds us that even in struggle, there's something to be thankful for: the breath, the chance, the new beginning. If there's one task I want you to try tomorrow morning, it's this: give yourself the first hour. Before the noise, before the chaos, before the notifications, just you and your mind. Write down one thing you're grateful for, move for 10 minutes, and sit with your thoughts for 5. No perfection, just presence. Do this for 7 days, and you'll start noticing a shift you can't explain. Your focus will sharpen, your energy will rise, and most importantly, your sense of direction will return. You don't need to change your entire life overnight. Just win the first hour. Because that's where life begins, not in the rush, not in the noise, but in that sacred, quiet moment where you decide, today, I'm in control. One small victory at sunrise can rewrite the entire story of your day. And over time, those days will stack, and that story will become your life. So tomorrow, when the alarm rings, don't snooze your potential. Rise with it. Win the first hour, and you'll begin to realize that the life you've been chasing isn't somewhere far away, it's built, quietly, in the moments you decide to wake up and begin again.